yelling that states don't have the tools to help with migrants, but rather than work with Democrats, Republicans are targeting communities of color in Democratic cities like Chicago, New York, and Philadelphia. And while they say that it's about Democrat-run cities, I do want to point out another similarity that they have. These are cities that are run by African Americans. So while I know that they love to pretend as if there are no racial undertones, it is just striking to me that we specifically are going after African American run cities.
In this round, here's Charles Big Angry Adams.
Initially, Quanell, I love the heat that Congresswoman Crockett brings on the daily. She makes very Instagrammable sound bites, but she couldn't, I think she's a wonderful Texas politician, but she couldn't be more wrong here. And I think she's knowingly and dishonestly wrong. What she is saying in that clip and in the whole thing is that Governor Abbott and Republican politicians here in Texas that are putting the illegal entrants onto buses and changing the national conversation, right? New York has canceled 3 police academy classes. They're spending billions of dollars to put illegals up in hotels where they're getting free food, free money, free everything, and they're kicking black Americans out of subsidized housing and entitlement programs because the costs are being overwhelmed. And she's blaming the Republicans, but the truth is, the simple truth is the Biden administration has let 12 million people enter this country illegally just in the last few years. That is more than the total population of 44 states. More than 12,000 people who are on terror watch lists have been caught entering in this country. You have tens of thousands of people, people want to talk about Central Latin America, from China, from Iran, coming into this country. People that we know intend to do this country harm, right? Not just these people coming to try to make America there. And I do think most immigrants are trying to build a better life. And I think most immigrants, I'm all for immigration. But Jasmine Crockett blaming Republicans is absolute nonsense, because the truth is this is a Democrat issue. I don't think Republicans care about it because they want the market participants and they want the cheap labor. But this is a Biden problem. This is Biden has lied. He recently, his administration lied and blamed the state of Texas for drowning people, a mother and her 2 kids. Well, they only drowned because of the damn open border. And the Democrats need to turn around and look in their damn house. And as long as people like Jasmine Crockett are pushing this BS, it ain't going to get fixed.
Charles, let me say that Congresswoman Crockett, she was really making a valid point. What she was saying was that why is it men like Governor Abbott, who wishes to share the burden that they're suffering on the southern border with the rest of the country across America, like New York, why are they busing these immigrants only to Democratic cities? And why Democratic cities that have black mayors? They're targeting Democratic cities, but targeting those with black mayors to send these immigrants to. And so she's speaking out against that. Why are they not busing these same immigrants to cities that have white mayors? Why are they not doing that? But they're busing them to black cities with black leadership, black councils, black mayors, and the Democrats. That's where they're sending them to. Let me say something to you that's very deep, though. And I heard some black scholars talk about the immigration issue last night, and I watched it on YouTube. And one of them said something that was very profound, and I kind of agree with him. He said the reason why the Democratic Party is not fighting to fix the border problem, they're letting so many immigrants come across the border under the guise that it's the Democratic leadership of this nation that's helping you. It's the Democratic leadership of this nation that's giving you your visa, that's not putting you in jail, that's not locking you up, that's not punishing you. We're releasing you into American cities, and we're going to help you with the pathway to citizenship, even if you came across the border illegally. That's what they say. But the idea is to overburden African-American cities and African-American neighborhoods to force the reality that many Democrats see now, that many African-American youth are waking up. They're not supporting the Democratic Party like our mothers and fathers did. And so now there's TikTok videos out there where they're going and questioning random black men from all walks of life, saying, who do you support, Donald Trump or Biden? these black men are saying they support Trump. And these are black men from young as 18 to 60 from all different walks of life. The Democratic Party is afraid that millions of black people in the future will move away from the Democratic Party. So what they need to do is replace us. And they're attempting to use immigrants coming across the border as the new voting bloc for the Democratic Party because they see that they're losing their power and influence with us. And so that's why they're making it look like as though there's a beef between blacks and brown people coming across the border, immigrants coming across that border in democratic cities with black leadership. But they want to replace black voters. And they can only replace us with a group that they feel they can mislead, they can lie to, and they can deceive like they did black voters for generations in that same Democratic Party.
Calling immigrants gullible and stupid, but you know it's crazy.
I'm not saying that.
What's
I'm
crazy,
saying they're being exploited
you talk for
and
like
taken
10 minutes,
advantage of.
What's crazy is the theory you just articulated. It mirrors the white replacement theory that a lot of white racists have been spitting out for years about how the Democrats are trying to replace white America by bringing in all these immigrants. Okay, and for you to say it and contextualize it within black Americans, because black Americans are most certainly, the poor black Americans are feeling the pain of displacement from entitlement programs, but even more glaringly, they're doing so much more for these illegal entrants, predominantly working age men who are refusing to get a job, even when they fast tracked like Venezuelans for work visas, only 6% of the population asked for those work visas, right? Because when you get free money and you get free food and you get put up in a Manhattan hotel, well, that all sounds, well, sign me the hell up, right? It all sounds pretty nice to me. But Jasmine Crockett was lying through her teeth because this is a Democrat issue, because the Democrats do fundamentally want to secure a voting bloc without having to change any of their socialist policies.
New voters?
Well, right.
Who are those new voters?
But if a white man says
because
it,
black
that's
people
racism.
Are waking
You're saying
up
it
to the
right.
party.
But they're only
and
waking
black
up.
Folks are
Why are they waking up?
They've been deceived
because Governor
by that
Abbott
party.
is shifting,
and Governor Abbott damn sure ain't waking us up.